audience, just close your eyes for a moment and think back to your past memories of school. Perhaps a teacher holding your hands and the story that lit up your imagination. Or a joy of scribbling on the paper. Those tiny experiences seemed so simple yet were actually shaping the foundation who we are today. Dear friends, I am Archana Kamra. For last 17 years, I have been walking hand in hand with little learners as a teacher and as a head of foundational years at Shiva Shiksha Sadan. And I have spent sleepless nights immersed in the education of early childhood. And there is one truth that I have realized, that early years are not just preparation of life, they are life itself. Now the question arises, why early years matter? Research shows that 90% of brain development happens before the age of 5. Before the age of 5. Before the child learns to tie his shoelaces, his brain starts building connection, and that shape curiosity, confidence, and ability to learn. These years are the golden window of opportunity where physical, emotional, and intellectual growth happening at lightning speed. During these years, curiosity is at its peak, and the children are full of questions. Why, when, how, what, and the way we respond shape their confidence, mindset, and love for learning. So, dear friends, early childhood education is not just about ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. It's about nurturing the mind, nurturing the brain, nurturing the heart, and nurturing the spirit. I remember a child once asking me that, "Ma'am, does Moon also go to school?" It wasn't a cute question, but it was his first scientific inquiry at the age of 3. His brain was already searching the connection and wiring the curiosity. Now, you may ask, how does a teacher shape the 3-year-old's world? Not by rote memorization, not by heavy books, but by play. Playing is the children's natural language, and through beads, through puppets, rhymes, and role plays, children learn problem-solving skill, teamwork, and creativity, without even realizing that they are learning. So, these crucial years are very important for us. Now, let me share one of the transformative initiatives that we have led. When I think back to my own school days, reading was little difficult. If I had to read a word, we just memorize it letter by letter. We were cramming the spelling. We are not learning to read. We just cram the spellings. If instead of memorization, a child could decode the word, what if a child could learn the sounds and blend them into letter? That's where phonics came in. And we have introduced Jolly Phonics from UK, an international approach that teaches 44 unique sounds, not just 26 letters. And our children first learn the sounds and then blend them into words. This single and simple change transformed everything. Our children become confident. Reading improved, pronunciation improved, accent improved, and confidence improved. And love for literacy grew. Here lies the magic of phonics. When, at the age of 4, our children could read long words confidently and independently. They don't want adults to help them at every stage. This is the magic of phonics, and this is the magic of sounds. Phonics also open the doors for spelling alternative and spelling rules. Let me share one example with you. Letter C gives k sound in caterpillar, but letter C also gives sound in center and city. We just teach our students this simple rule. If letter C is followed by A, O, and U, it gives k sound. And if the letter C is followed by I, E, and Y, it gives S sound, as in center. So, by learning this simple rule, our students can decode the words correctly. And this is the power of phonics, and this is the power of sounds. To strengthen this skill, we have introduced Australian Fitzroy Reader, a storybook, not just for fun, for decoding, for reading and comprehension. Every sentence became meaningful, and every story became an adventure for our kids. When it comes to teaching maths, we follow Singapore's CPA approach. Concrete to pictorial to abstract. Now, what does it mean? Concrete stage. In this stage, students learn using tangible tools like beads, blocks, 10 frames, and jeans block. For example, they might use 10 frames and blocks to understand the concept of addition and subtraction. And they explore the word, they touch the things, and then learn how to solve the sums. So in this way, these hands-on experiences help them to feel the maths. When it comes to pictorial stage, they understand the same concept with the help of pictures, diagrams, and graphs. And they can connect what they did with object and what they see in the picture. And then they realize the logic behind everything. When it comes to abstract stage, they work with numbers and symbols. They solve the sum confidently. By moving step by step from concrete to pictorial to abstract, students gain the confidence and overcome the fear of maths. They build the strong number sense, and they also build the logical thinking which will stay with them forever. We also embrace Montessori methods in our pre-primary teaching. Each activity students do, from pouring of water to arranging the beads, build their mind and body and strengthen their body and mind. I ask myself one question: what do we want a school or a classroom of future look like? I see the spaces where technology and traditions go hand in hand. where the child can see or listen the stories on smartboard and bring it alive in the classroom through puppets and role play. I see the broader concept of international that comes together and blend with our values and ethics, and they not only give our students a skill to success, but also the roots to stay grounded. So, dear friends, let's honor these years and invest in them, believe in their power, because the foundation we lay today will decide the future and decide the world we live in tomorrow. Thank you.